weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Clock now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. About 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Derek Nottie on the tackle.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Broncos 0.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick 6. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Locke on the give, it's Lindsay. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Locke, open man Hamler, that's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Denver.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's
a good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 12-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. KJ Hamler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That ties
McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelce. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Flush to his right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Lock going to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Faking the give to Lindsey, here's Locke. Rolling to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Locke working out of the gun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Intended for Rob Gronkowski. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He's going to have the first down past the 20. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tony Pollard, 93 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 1st and 10. It's Lindsey. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Chiefs 21, Broncos 14. Brendan.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some deterrent.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now it's Lindsey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll run with Lindsey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Lindsey on the toss left, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Locke. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And McManus able to put it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. And that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They're on the stop.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 20.
Carry. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Mike, check 33. 33. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. One switch.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, but it'll be second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll roll him out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first and 10, here's Locke. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke on the slant, completes to Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Denver.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them,